He was the man behind the legend, the silent shadow walking just a few steps behind one of the greatest basketball players in history. For over a decade, he stood guard while Stephen Curry rose from a promising rookie into a global icon, a four-time NBA champion, an Olympic gold medalist, and one of the most beloved athletes on the planet. But after 13 years of loyalty, protection, and silence, it all came crashing down. Stephen Curry fired him. No warning, no explanation. And what this bodyguard did next, it shocked everyone who knew him. It wasn't revenge, it wasn't anger, it was something far more dangerous. He disappeared, gone without a trace. For weeks, no one heard from him. Not his family, not his friends, not even the other security guards who once worked alongside him. Then, out of nowhere, he resurfaced, not with a press conference or apology, but with a single post on social media that made headlines around the world. A photo of a gun and a caption that read, "I know things you wouldn't believe." That one post set off a chain reaction. Rumors started flying. Conspiracy theories exploded online. Fans, journalists, and even law enforcement began asking the same question: what did he know, and why now? Some thought it was a stunt. Others believed it was a cry for help. But then came the interviews, then the documents, then the hidden camera footage, and finally, the truth. This is the full story of Stephen Curry's bodyguard, the man who stood between stardom and danger for over a decade, and what happened when he decided to step into the spotlight himself. It's a story of loyalty, betrayal, and secrets so explosive they could change everything we thought we knew about fame, fortune, and fear. So sit back, because what you're about to hear will change the way you look at celebrity life forever. Let's go back to where it all began. To the early days of Steph Curry's career. Back when he wasn't a household name. Back when he didn't need a bodyguard. Back when he was just a skinny kid from Davidson College trying to make it in the NBA. In 2009, Steph was drafted by the Golden State Warriors as the 7th overall pick. He was fast. He was smart. He had a shot like no one else. But many doubted him. Too small, too thin, too fragile. Critics said he wouldn't last. But Curry proved them wrong. By 2015, he was the NBA MVP. By 2018, he had 2 rings. And by 2022, he was a legend. As his fame grew, so did the risks. Fans followed him everywhere. Paparazzi camped outside his house. Strangers showed up at his door. One night, a man tried to break into his home. Another time, someone jumped the court during a game and ran straight toward him. That's when the Warriors management made a decision. Steph needed protection, real protection, not just for games, but for life. They hired a team of elite security professionals. At the center of that team, a former Marine named Marcus Reed, tall, calm, always watching. Marcus had served overseas. He'd seen combat. He'd handled high-risk situations. When he got the job protecting Steph Curry, he didn't see it as babysitting a celebrity. He saw it as a mission, and he took missions seriously. For 13 years, Marcus was there. Every airport, every game, every red carpet. He never spoke to the press, never posted photos, never broke protocol. He was a ghost, exactly what you want in a bodyguard. To the public, he was invisible. But to those who worked with him, he was a rock. Loyal, reliable, unshakable, until suddenly, he wasn't. In the summer of 2023, rumors spread that Marcus Reed had been fired. No official statement, just whispers backstage. Players noticed he was gone. Reporters asked questions. Curry gave no answers. Then, weeks later, came that shocking post, the one with the gun, and the caption, "I know things you wouldn't believe." People were confused. Why would a trusted bodyguard suddenly go public like that? Was it blackmail? Was it mental health? Or was there really something buried beneath the surface of Steph Curry's life that no one had ever seen? Let's take a closer look at Marcus Reed. Who was he before he became Curry's protector? And what made him walk away, or be pushed away? After 13 years, Marcus Reed was born in Virginia in 1982. His father was a police officer, his mother, a nurse. From a young age, discipline was part of his life. He joined the Marines at 18, served 2 tours in Afghanistan, earned a Purple Heart, came home changed. Like many veterans, he struggled to adjust, but he found purpose in private security, worked for tech billionaires, protected Hollywood stars, built a reputation as someone who could keep people safe and keep secrets buried. That's why when the Warriors wanted someone to protect their biggest asset, they didn't look for flash, they looked for silence, and Marcus delivered. He knew how to spot threats before they materialized. He knew how to diffuse tense situations. He knew how to stay out of the spotlight, but being close to fame isn't without consequences. There were late nights, constant travel, missed birthdays, broken relationships. Marcus rarely saw his family. He lived inside the bubble of celebrity life, and bubbles have walls, thick ones. He was paid well, but money doesn't replace peace, and slowly, cracks began to form. According to sources close to the situation, Marcus started to feel isolated. He felt like he was becoming invisible, not just to the public, but to the people he protected. He raised concerns about security protocols, worried about potential threats, but some say his warnings went unheeded. He also reportedly clashed with other members of the security team, frustrated by what he called complacency. Then came the final straw, a moment that changed everything. It happened in early 2023, during a charity event in Los Angeles. Steph was signing autographs, fans were cheering, everything seemed normal, until Marcus spotted something off to the side, a man lingering too long near the stage, holding something under his jacket. Marcus moved instantly, got between the man and Steph, escorted him out. Later they discovered the man had a knife. No real harm done, but Marcus filed a report, said the event was unsafe, demanded changes. Instead of praise, he was reprimanded, told he overreacted, told he was too aggressive, told he was no longer needed. And just like that, after 13 years, Marcus Reed was gone. No goodbye, no thanks, just silence. He left with nothing but memories and secrets. So what did he do? He vanished for weeks. No one knew where he was. Then came the post, the one that shook the internet. I know things you wouldn't believe. It was cryptic, dangerous, and it opened the floodgates. Within hours, messages flooded his inbox. Journalists reached out. Podcasters begged for interviews. Even lawyers contacted him. But Marcus stayed quiet, until he didn't. 2 weeks after the post, he agreed to speak with a reporter from The Ringer, off the record, no recording, just a conversation. And what he said, it was chilling. He claimed there were multiple times when Steph Curry's life was in danger, times the public never heard about, times that weren't covered by the media. He talked about stalkers, about suspicious packages, about threats that were taken seriously enough to change entire tour schedules. But the most shocking thing, he said Curry wasn't always told the full truth, that sometimes the people around him chose to protect his peace instead of his safety. He also hinted at something bigger, something he couldn't talk about yet, but he promised one thing. He was going to tell the whole story, soon, and when he did, it would change everything. Now the world waited. What would he reveal? Why had he waited so long? And most importantly, was he in danger? Because if Marcus Reed really knew what he claimed to know, then someone might want to shut him up permanently.